Welcome back to ABC-7 at 4. I'm Mark Ross. County Judge Ricardo Samaniego joins me now, and we're talking money today. Judge, you all have been talking about all kinds of bonds and certificates of obligation and other things that the county wants to explore in the months ahead. Talk about that.
Well, first of all, Happy New Year to all of you, to our community, both Juarez and Las Cruces and El Paso. We're really looking at the opportunity. As you know, our community is very sensitive to certificates of obligation. And so we're looking at with other entities, for example, some of the school districts, I know will be going out for bond. I know that the Sun Bowl, we're looking at the possibility of partnering with the county to see if we can make major improvements. And as you know, it's the second oldest bowl, and we get a lot of traction by getting incredible teams here like we did this past time. But we also would like to see events of a different caliber. So looking forward to working with Dr. Heather Wilson to see what we could do between the county and themselves. We have to go out for a bond on their behalf. We're also looking at, a lot of improvements that we need to do, whether it's a Scott at the Park or master plan, infrastructure. Most communities like San Antonio, Houston, and other communities, they're a little bit more consistent in going out for general bonds of obligation. In our case, if you have a certificate of obligation, you don't have to go out to the border. When you go out for a general bond, you do have to go out to the border. So we feel a little bit more committed and a little bit more involved in the idea of going out to the border and saying these are the things that'll take us to the next level, that'll bring companies in, that will help us, not things that break down, and we fix them early enough so it doesn't get costly afterwards. So we have that opportunity. The county itself, each one of the commissioners and myself are going to be appointing. We'll have that list out in the county web by Monday. Each one of us has 2 appointees that are going to help us, individuals that are good with certain areas like finances or budgeting, or things that we could do. A lot of outreach, a tremendous amount of outreach. We're going to be telling you this is our wish list, but this is what is it that you as a community would like to see going forward. So a big opportunity to take El Paso to the next level, but the fact that we're asking our voters to make that determination makes it feel a lot better. As I've said, we've been a little sensitive to certificates of obligation, and this time we'll go out to the voter.
And do it as a general obligation bond. If you could look into your crystal ball, when do you think we could start are we looking at a vote later in 2024, or what do you think?
Well, we have to be ready. We have certain time limits, and we have to be ready so that we could go into the general election. That's when the bonds will be presented during the general election. So a lot of work, a lot of things that we have to do. We have to prepare, the financials. What would it cost to do a master plan for a Scott at the Park, as an example? We look at things like an amphitheater. We do have money already for a lot of these things, but then we were able to take it to the next level. I know the hospital, UMC, is also looking at maybe some possibilities of things that didn't go through the certificate of obligation and go out to the voter. Things like the new hospitals, things that they want to do to improve and stay up with the sort of the pressure of what we have to do in this community. So looking forward to the outreach and then being able to explain some of the things that we see. Some of the things we can do internally are the things that repairs and things that are emergencies that we need to be able to run. But to go out, it's more the things that are a quality of life, that we could go out to the community and say, look, this is a quality of life that we need. And then we would like for you to give us as much feedback as possible. We'll be giving you information. We're trying to do at least 3 meetings per precinct so that each precinct has an opportunity to tell us what they feel would be in their interest. What can we do to make that happen? And then the advisory board will be going through the entire process and helping us with anything that we need to do to be more prepared. And it's also, in essence, it's a focus group. They'll be able to talk about some of the things that they're hearing about that would be able to improve the El Paso community. So pretty exciting times. I think we're established in 2024 to do some great things, and this will really help us take us. These things probably, you're looking at maybe 5 to 10 years, and if you're making an improvement, that you don't have to come back in 5 or 10 years to the community. We know that the companies like Meta that now is going to be coming into El Paso expects the quality of life, expects an infrastructure that's going to be good for the community. So we're trying to keep up this traction of companies wanting to come to El Paso, and the quality of life has always been one of the essential factors for them to make that determination.
All right. County Judge Ricardo Samaniego, thank you so much for coming on this afternoon.
Likewise, Mark, thank you.